quite a beautiful view, don't you think? You can see so far in the distance, even though if it doesn't look detailed. You can see the mountain. Beautiful. You know, if I were to make a place for scenery, this would be it. I could probably make a tower up here. I don't know what for, maybe it could be for... I guess like... tower to... the Nether Realm? That would probably be a good idea. Make like a bridge. Nice, cozy looking wooden bridge. Or bridge and stone. One or the other. But that said, we're gonna have to continue working on our enchanting area. Alright, let me get some wheat. Do we even have wheat already? Think so? Are you sure? We do. Good. Good. Here you go, cows. Yeah, I know you're excited. And I'm excited for your leather. And steak. That yummy, delicious steak. Man, they sound so heavy, don't they? Just the audio, like, they have weight to them. So, as usual, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Canis. If this is your first time here, it's pleasant to meet you. And wherever you are, I hope you're doing well in your life. I know you're working hard. I know you're doing your best. And that's all you could ever do. Don't judge yourself too much, or at all. Take it one day at a time. If you feel like giving up, take a break. Take a step back. Take a step back and look how far you have come. You've came very far in life. Even if you're young or old or whatever age. Every step is a big step for us. In the right direction, you know? But if you take a step in the wrong direction, you could always change course. There's no problem with that. Alright, let's get some wood, because we definitely need plenty. Unless... oh, we have some here. I think it's... sand is what we need. Do we already have sand? Oh, we need iron. No, we need... okay. I know what we need. I remember now. We're gonna make some charcoal, and then we're gonna... burn the sand, or smelt it into glass. I'm getting hungry though. We do have 64 sugarcane, that's pretty good. We're gonna turn this sugarcane into paper. And we're gonna get more paper. There is something I do want to talk about that's been on my mind. I just don't know when was the appropriate time to talk about any topics that are heavy. And for those of you that are watching, I know you come to watch to escape. maybe learn a thing or two, or share experiences. I know there has been some dialogue in the comments before about weight loss. And, well, it's a conversation to be had, but not in this video. I do want to talk about anxiety and depression, to be honest with you. Because it is something that I have struggled with for a very long time in my life. If anything, it's the type of struggle that has kept me stagnant in life. Makes it difficult for me to move on. Alright, let's get some books. Come on. You're hitting the little cows, oh no. I meant the big cows. Come in. Okay. There we go. You know what, that's good for now. Alright guys, I had to do it. We need books. I know there may be some other ways to get leather, but this is the best way I know how. Okay. So, as I was saying, I've been suffering with a lot of anxiety lately, and if not anxiety, it's depression. Sometimes it's both in one day, which is very weird, but it is a very weird feeling that I get. But it happens. So, I have gone to therapy, and in fact, making YouTube videos and live streaming on Twitch, in part, is my therapy as well. It's a place where I feel a sense of community. You know, I feel a sense of, belonging. And I'm telling you, every time I get a good comment, nice comment, or subscriber, it really does help my state of mind. Now, you may think that's good or bad, but it's honestly just the reality of the situation. It's what helps me, at least. And when it comes to depression or anxiety, there are moments where we just feel like we don't want to exist. We don't want to be in the world anymore. We don't want to be around people. Now, that said, I am no therapist. I am not licensed or anything, but this is just me sharing my experience. And maybe it could resonate with you. Share things that help me. You know, share things that could possibly help you. And you could take it or leave it. It's really up to you. You're under no obligation to, you know, listen or take this advice. If anything, my first advice would usually be is, you know, talk to somebody, as in talk to a therapist, or maybe a friend, or somebody that you know who you trust. Somebody that you know who is close to you, or you're close to them. Vice versa, right? Two-way street. For me, and I get it, because personally for me, it could be a little challenging to trust people. Maybe somewhere along the lines they betrayed your trust. So, what do you do then? Well, if you can, therapy does help. Sometimes it may not happen immediately, or it may not even happen in a year or two. I know, crazy, right? Sometimes you just need the right therapist, and you need to just find the right one. I know it's not easy, but it is possible. And honestly, I'm in that journey right now. Okay. So, what do I do when I feel depressed or when I feel anxious or sad or whatever? When I'm like stuck in bed and I can't really do much. I don't really feel like existing in the moment, existing in the world. What do I do? What do you do? What do we do? Well, I think one thing is important is to have patience with yourself. If you're feeling a certain way, that's not good. Feeling anxious or depressed, or we're gonna stick with the depression part for now. If you're feeling depressed, be patient with yourself. Understand that you're feeling, you know, this way. And understand that there may be a reasoning to it. And sometimes there doesn't have to be a reason. It's just how it is. As crazy as that sounds. And sometimes you may have to force yourself to get up. You know? You may have to force yourself to do something small. Whether it be getting up at a certain time, taking a shower, or going for a walk around the block in your neighborhood. No music. Just take in the sounds. Take in the atmosphere. Take in the weather, Cool breeze on your skin. Or, if it's warm, take in the sunshine. You'll be surprised how much sun could actually affect your mood. Sometimes you feel like there's no way. Like there's no hope in the world. But why bother? Why try? Well, I get it. But I think you owe it to yourself. I think you owe it to your future self. To try anyways. And you just have to get up and do something small. Small task. You feel achieved. Like you did it, Let me make that enchantment table. Get that set up. Because if you feel achieved, if you feel like you did something, take the time to feel proud of yourself. Did something. No matter how big or small it is. You made the choice to want to be better. You got up, did something. Even if it's just brushing your teeth, going for a walk. You did something. And that's one step in the right direction. Ooh, let's go here. We could take a boat. Just one. Sometimes if you feel like your depression could be overwhelming, it could be too much for you to handle, and you're just tired, being tired, and you really want, some change, there are resources out there. There are, suicide prevention hotlines. There are hotlines where you're feeling like, total crap and you're not feeling your best. If you need to vent, I think I have a place where you could vent. I do want to make it anonymous though, but I haven't done that yet. Just to be, transparent with you. Sometimes you don't want to talk to anybody. Maybe you just wish that they could come to you, and come to you in the right way. So like, instead of asking you, how are you feeling? Are you feeling any better? Why not just have a friend tell you, hey, let's watch a movie together. You don't have to, talk. But if you want to talk, I'll listen. We'll make some popcorn. Have a snack. Enjoy a TV show. Or whatever movie you want. Watch some anime. Alright, I'm just gonna get a bunch of these, obsidian. But yeah, like I said, if it feels overwhelming or consistent, and who knows, maybe, just maybe, it could be clinical. And it's fine. Even if it's not fine, it's okay. There's help out there. There's resources. There's, medication. And for those who don't want medication, it's not what you think. Because I take medication for it. Although sometimes, I'll be honest, I forget to take it. And then I wonder why, I myself haven't changed much. But hey, if you think about it, these aren't really necessarily happy pills. They're stabilizers. You're meant to stabilize your mood where you don't feel bad. You just feel normal, like yourself. And it's not my recommendation, but I'm just letting you know what's out there. But of course, first you need to get in touch with your doctor, get in touch with a therapist. Have them evaluate you. Talk about, whatever's on your mind. And even then, if it's not easy to do that, it takes time. They're patient. They're there to help you. You could talk about something minor. It doesn't have to be traumatic or deep or anything like that. If you feel uncomfortable or anxious or uneasy, you can let them know and they'll understand. Because again, therapists are there to help you. They're not meant to judge, they're not meant to berate or, anything like that. They're there to help you understand yourself. But I could tell you this though, recently, I haven't really suffered much depression as I used to. It's like a pendulum. Currently right now I'm going through a lot of anxiety. Anxiety about my future. But that's what anxiety really is, right? Fear of the unknown, of what the future beholds for you. And it could be specific, or it could be general. For me, it's a little general. I tend to judge myself too much. I overthink. I'm very hard on myself. I'm very much like my own abuser. And I need to stop doing that. So, when it comes to anxiety, personally for me, it's almost the same thing. Talk to someone. Talk to a therapist. They could provide you medication or they don't have to, or they won't. they talk to you, you know, letting you know, is this okay? Keep in mind, you are in control. They won't force anything on you. Or they shouldn't, in my opinion. But again, personally for me, how I deal with my anxiety... Again, I do take medication. And there are moments, sometimes, where I just need to just let go and not do anything, or do things for myself. If there's a show that I want to watch, I'll watch it. You know, that I've been putting off. If there's a food that I crave that I haven't ate in a while, I'll eat it. If there's a video game that I want to just play, but not have to stream or record, maybe take a little break from YouTube and Twitch, or take a break from social media, that helps. Oh god, does it help. So, but another thing that's actually really important for me, because if you think about it, anxiety is the fear of the unknown for the future, because we're so afraid of what's gonna happen. We're so afraid of failure. We're so afraid that we're not gonna be successful, and then we're gonna end up in a place that we don't want to be. I work. I work on YouTube videos. I live stream on Twitch. And sometimes if that doesn't help, then it's probably time for me to take like a day off or two. But I know many of us aren't like that. Sometimes we have to work, no matter how we feel. But even then, I still think it's important to let your employer know, let your boss know, hey, I'm not feeling well, I want to take a day off or two. Or use the time that your days are off, don't answer the phone. As weird as that sounds, maybe I am not leveling with you guys, but I'm just trying to help. This is just a suggestion. So, all I'm saying is take a day or two for yourself. Not for family, not for work, not for your friends. Only for you, wherever you see fit. And trust me, it's gonna go a long way. And that's the thing too, in part, this is kind of why I make these videos. Because it not only helps me mentally, but it helps you, maybe. And the reason why I say that confidently though, is because I have done comments saying that I give some amount of peace of mind. And because I know that, I'm very prideful of that. I take pride in that. Alright. We got ourselves an enchantment table. Put it right there. And books, and so on and so forth. Yeah, not quite yet. We still need these cows to grow up. I need to breed more cows. But we're on the right track. Anyway, I will see you later. And hey, no matter how you feel right now, You're doing good. Even if you don't think you are. I believe in you. Okay? Everything will be okay. Until next time.